Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today I have A Place Forbidden loaded up. It's a Lovecraftian, atmospheric, very positive, free Steam horror game. I'm gonna jump right in and give it a go. Thank you guys for joining me. I know very little about this. I've watched the trailer, but I totally missed the text. I think it said this isn't my place, but I know very little about it. Watched the intro video and it was, oh, what's this? It was very casual, there were no jump scares, so hopefully it's just all atmospheric horror, but I guess we'll find out. Visitors. A lot of names there. Greetings, visitor. You're more than welcome to sign your name and the date of your visit in this guest book. Once you've done that, we welcome you to explore the library to your heart's content, so long as it isn't after closing. Once you've had your fill, please let yourself out. You'll find a key to the front door on one of the desks in the study. So, wow, I'm just looking at the dates here, but we've got a 1790 and we've also got a 1956. So they've had 7 visitors in 166 years? That's crazy. Can I actually sign this? Nope. I cannot type. Is there a next page? Nope. Okay. Pick up the pen. Do I actually need to sign this? I don't think so. Moving on. I can't just leave, right? Oh, hey. I didn't even notice the camera. But I can't open it. Oh, that's not a good sign. Yeah, kind of. Like an Ouroboros, but not quite an Ouroboros. It's like a demonic symbol. Alright. Uh-oh. Fix your blinds. I can't see a thing. Who knew it could get this dark out? I mean, I could see plenty, just not very far. Doesn't look like it's plugged in. Unresponsive. Can I plug it in? Don't see a cord. Couple books really stand out for some reason. What's this? Last I remember, I was sitting at home reading a letter from an old friend. But it's the strangest thing. Now I can't remember what it was about. Wow, that text is very fast. Can I slow that down? There is unfortunately no way to slow it down. I also don't remember putting anything in my pocket, but I feel something. Press N to open the notebook. What is this text? You should really clean this place up. Don't lose the trash. This room makes me wish I had someone to vent to. Are these my notes? These can't be my notes, right? Room 3. I think I'm cracking under the strain. I have the strangest inclination to walk straight into a wall. There's a secret path in the dark. Art can really be illuminating. Well, I'm in a library. None of these really scream library to me. So I can try walking into a wall, and I can try exploring the dark. And then maybe follow trash and maybe enter a vent? And then art. Something about art. Okay. Well, if we find trash or vent or the dark, maybe I can explore those. Welcome message. From all our staff, welcome. We're glad you are here. The library is located in a picturesque part of Britain, atop a grassy knoll east of Sussex. Many rural townships, obviously Berfet? I'm actually not familiar with that word, of their own libraries refer their villages to the library. It is beloved by all. Pursue our vast stock of fiction, non-fiction, poetry, and everything in between. Chat with friendly librarians and employees. There's nobody here, bro. And feel free to spend as long as you'd like reading, using our computers, or just spending time here. We always love new visitors. Should you hear any odd knocking in the corners of the buildings, pay it no mind. The library is on the older side, and the Foundation plays tricks on some visitors' mind. Don't worry, though. It's perfectly safe. Yeah, I feel totally safe. Another welcome message. Greeting visitor, we'd like to take a moment to tell you about our wonderful library. The Library of Ouroboros is a state-of-the-art facility designed to replicate the rural charm found in many older buildings without the associated risks such buildings are known to accumulate. The buildings might seem like a strange sight amongst Wall Street's many towering skyscrapers, but we believe this dichotomy will be what sets us apart. We're glad that you've decided to give us a chance and hope that our stock of books will appeal to you. Obviously, our collection of information isn't so vast as to encapsulate the whole of the internet, but we hope that the charming aesthetic design of our library will help you escape from the hustle and bustle of New York City life. If you hear any strange footsteps, don't worry. There may still be construction going on above or below you. From all of us, thanks again. Interesting. I thought we were in Britain. Library is located part of Britain. Yet this says Wall Street and New York. Okay. Well, that can't be, right? Library can't be in two different places on the planet. Maybe it can, who knows? Cold to the touch. So is this supposed to be the first room? Oh, I hear a phone. It's very quiet. Doesn't move at all. Feels warm to the touch. Is it around here? Yes, it is. Hello. Incoming call unknown.
Hello.
Accept.
Welcome to the Library of Ouroboros. We're glad that you've decided to visit our humble institution. Hopefully, you'll find what it is you're looking for. Please be informed that the library is closing. Since most of our staff are currently away, please lock the door on the way out. We hope you've enjoyed your visit.
Thank you, mysterious man who knew that I was here. Anyways, there's a key here. Brass key. And certainly it doesn't open this, right? Yeah, no. Oh. Welcome message. Thanks for visiting the Library of Ouroboros. And it repeats. And it repeats again. You can come in. Okay, interesting. I guess it's fitting for the title, right? Say, maybe there's something about, was it light or was it darkness? I already forgot. Can I read that again? There's a secret path in the dark, so maybe I want to turn lights off. Who knows? Probably onto nothing here, but... Any more to read? Oh, there's plenty to read here. What is this? It is garbage. I have a trash can? Right, because I need to clean up the trash. Really clean this place up. Don't lose the trash. Okay. Weird. Almost all of the words are crossed out, and the pages are stuck together. I can't open this any farther. I don't want to know what kind of book that is. Oh, here we go. Lots of text. Ouroboros, a circular symbol, the snake swallowing its tail. A representation of the endless cycle of death and rebirth, one wholeness, the infinite. And a certain kind of cloying meaninglessness. Oh, that's depressing. Never put much stock in mysticism, but in this place it's pasted all over the walls, though to avoid that. Last I remember, I was on some occult website sitting on the farthest end of the internet, past the places that normally dissuade the less curious. I had just a little too much time on my hands. I remember falling asleep. Now I'm here. The library said that this place is the Library of Ouroboros. Remember reading something about that, but not what or where. If you're reading this, keep an eye out. Something isn't right. And that's by V, who was, I believe, the last visitor, although he didn't have a date, so I can't confirm that. I'm assuming that was the date they visited, so... Welcome message. Peace be to you, friend. We're glad you've decided to join us. Despite its name, the library is open to people of all sorts of different faiths. With our vast tax of religious knowledge, modern, old, and otherwise, we're certain you'll find the peace you seek. We know you've traveled far to arrive here, so please do rest. Keep an open mind, read to your heart's content, and we'll be sure you're well provided for. One matter of note, we ask you not to linger after closing, or to descend too far into the library's bowels. Some of our books are quite old and very sensitive to the ingress of foreign temperatures and moistures. Thank you for understanding. Interesting. I think we're going deep. I have a feeling we're going very deep. Begin your fruitless task. Start cleaning up the library. Yeah, why not? I got an achievement. Turn that off. Okay, so there's two things to... Oh, I can interact with the globe? That certainly doesn't serve a purpose, right? Oh. Oh, that's a thing. Talk about a blast from the past. All of the phone numbers are 3 digits too short. A long list of books and the dates they were checked out. Funny, none of them have the year listed, only months and days. Being watched. Oh, more trash. Hold on. Can I reach the garbage from here? Nope. Gotta go around. Can't sprint, by the way. I tried. I swear I heard something. Oh. I definitely heard something this time. Hello?
I left something for you by the place where you arrived.
Hey, thanks. Creepy whispering voice. I'll go back and check in a sec. I want to mess around with this. Oh! Wait, can I do that again? Surely there's a limit to this, right? One moment. Hold, please. Aww. Unfortunately, they start disappearing after a little while. So, the max you can throw is 8. I was hoping to just have a massive stack of papers when I was done, but nope, sadly not. Oh. Was this here? Did I miss it? The tick fills up on blood. The pustule pulses on a dead dog's eye. Like these your head shall burst. Like these your head shall burst. Ominous. Did you leave me? That's not normal. Picked up forbidden knowledge. Oh. Hey you. You changed. You used to have a stalk and a dying flower. What else is different? I didn't know I was playing a spot the difference horror. This changed? Nope. Oh wait, where is the front door? Was it back by the printer? Are these different? I honestly don't remember. I feel oof. Yikes. Can't turn the lights off. Can I? Can. Secret in the dark. Secret path in the dark. Yeah, 1 second. Let me just make sure that the key I got doesn't open this. No. Do I have an inventory? If I do, I can't access it. Alright, well, here we go. Hello.
Hello. We'd like to inform you that the library is now closed. Note that it is unlawful to remain on the premises after closing. This is your one and only warning.
But I can't leave. There's no exit. What's that? Screwdriver. Plugged in, still sparking. Strange. That is very strange. Well, I have a screwdriver. Can I do anything with it? Still don't have an inventory, so I assume if I find something to do with it, it'll just prompt me to use it. Oh, hello. 4-digit code, huh? Anyone on the phone? I don't believe so. Paper equal parts smudged and illegible. What? Threw you away. What was that? Excuse me? Hold on a second. What was that? Like a clock or a whoa. Oh. Window's locked, but it gives a little when I push on it. I need some way to remove the padlock. I can clean up. Why I'm doing this, I don't know, but that was a horrible, horrible toss. Alright. And it looks like there's another note to read. But, yeah, why not? I can't help but feel as if I stand before the precipice of some terrible reality. Left alone, room only two. Oh, sorry. Left one room, only two. Come right back to it. Shame there's no place to go but straight ahead. I've hidden a few Wow, I can't talk today. I've hidden a few tools in this room in case the path ahead isn't what I hope it is. If they're not here anymore, then good news. The path ahead, at least immediately, is probably safe. Zero chance of any hostile entities. If you're still here, though, well, I hope they're useful to you. You're going to need all the help you can get. It's our friend V. Still turning off the lights. Okay, let's go back to the first room. Because I definitely did not fully explore it. I don't want to miss anything. No? Don't want to read any of that? How about this? Do we want to read this? The Minister's Doom, Act 3, Scene 2. Bernice enters, followed closely by the librarian. Bernice is breathless, looking both exasperated and slightly excited. The librarian's expression is unreadable, as per usual. Bernice, but my husband will find out about us. He won't stay out forever. Librarian, I wouldn't be so sure, my dear. But shall we retire to the living room if we're to speak of such unpleasantness as your husband? Bernice's face breaks suddenly into a grin. She grabs the librarian's hand, taking him to the couch beside her. Bernice, fine then. If you're to stay, I want to hear some of those secrets you keep talking about. You can't play me for the fool forever. Librarian, I would never claim to do such a thing, my dear. Would you care to hear how I can stop a human heart with but a word? Interesting. Bernice, goodness, that sounds dangerous. It most certainly is. I wish to hear it. Then of course you shall. He leans close to Bernice, who closes her eyes as if expecting a kiss, but the librarian leans past her, whispering something in her ear. Bernice's eyes open wide. She gives a single jerk, a strangled groan, and goes limp, sliding off the couch. Too curious for her own good. He stands, reaching in one of his pockets to draw a single black case containing Bernice's wedding ring. Taking a cursory look around the living room, the librarian eventually focuses on a single point on the opposite side. Librarian crosses the floor, leaves his item, and turns to leave. As he does so, the scene darkens, leaving only a single spotlight to illuminate the stage. It is fixed on a small black case, which the librarian has decided to leave sitting atop the minister's writing desk. Is that a hint? Could be. Did that just appear? I'm losing my mind. I can't seem to get past this chair, so I can't... Give me it. Yeah. Where you belong. Okay. One more book. On the library. Very early into my professorship, a student came to my office one spring afternoon with a stack of papers in her arms. She said she'd been having strange dreams. Of a place stretching forward and backwards into infinity, dreams of hallways splitting into hallways, dreams of being lost in the intricate gusts of some gigantic place that could not possibly exist. On the papers were crude sketches. She was no artist, she said, but something about the dreams had left such a vivid impression on her that putting what was in her brain to the page seemed her only option. She was clearly distressed. When I gently suggested that she visit the university psychologist rather than the resident ancient history professor, she violently shook her head, asking if I knew anything about something called an Ouroboros library, or perhaps a library of Ouroboros. It wasn't entirely clear. I told her the common knowledge about the symbol, taken from the Egyptians by the Greeks and from the Greeks by the medieval Europeans, a sign in alchemy of death and rebirth, and so forth. The student continued shaking her head, all through my explanation, until she suddenly cut me off. "Those are too old," she said. "The place for my dreams was modern. There was electricity, computers, but everything seemed ancient, and stank of old dust and damp wood and something else. Please, don't you know of anything in recent times that might have stemmed from that idea?" I confess that I hadn't, especially considering the size and the many niches of the modern world. She left without another word, leaving her drawings behind. Something about the conversation shook me. I looked through the crude drawings made in a shaky hand and saw in familiar shapes and designs an odd air of ominousness, like looking at the facade of a dark building and hearing the slightest scratchings of things that shouldn't be, just behind the stones. All very juvenile, though, and yet, when I went home that evening, I brought the drawings. I couldn't help but want to look more into what we discuss in the library of Ouroboros. It was largely fruitless. I found many sites and articles on alchemy, the symbol itself, or the public library in Ouroboros County, which was located somewhere in rural Wisconsin. But just as the hour crept past midnight, I found something, the slightest snatch of information at the bottom of a rabbit hole series of links. I will not repeat the website's domain, or my steps to arrive there, for fear that something might try to replicate what I did. But I will repeat what I found, because just as that student couldn't get the ideas from her head without drawing, I find I can't think of anything else, waking or sleeping. I hope this will help. The Library of Ouroboros, a kind of waking nightmare, arriving upon by those too curious for their own good, rich in black secrets, rich in dark ideas lost to time, rich in languages from dead races on other planets. The fortunate die. The truly lucky, or perhaps the most unfortunate of all, become tenders for all time, knowing far more than any living being could ever hope to learn, without becoming a permanent, perpetually screaming stain on the face of space-time forever. None have left it unscathed. There are forbidden tombs that would prevent you from breathing should you merely touch them, and the tenders are beyond sanity, and jealousy keep their terrible secrets. Jealously keep. You've searched enough. This is your final warning. That night, I slept fitfully, my dreams beset by images of a dark, dusty place, eerie for its supposed normalcy. I could almost feel things passing by, just beneath the floorboards, within the walls, watching me. Every exit led to another room, nearly the same as the one before, and out the window I saw only black. My dreams have been consistently disturbed since that night. so much so that it is hard for me to teach. So heavily preoccupied is my waking mind. I hope this warning will be enough to put my mind at ease. One last thing. I've since tried to find the student who first contacted me to tell her what I learned. My hope was that I might be able to put her mind at ease, or at least commiserate with her. But I haven't been able to find her. In fact, since the day she visited my office, her roommates haven't seen her, nor has anyone else. And I fear I might be next. Ooh, spooky. Might be. Still watching me? Yep. Interesting. Okay then. Well, we certainly don't want to be here. Oh. And that looks like blood. But first, the most important task in the game. Yes? I'm just the janitor. Just cleaning. Don't mind me. And snooping. The note is largely obscured by blood. You can make out only a handful of words. In one of the dustier books, fell apart in my hands. There were these arcane scribbles. Feels, after I threw it away, is still not quite right, like something's watching. In one of the dustier books, fell apart in my hands, there were these arcane scribbles. Do I need to find a dusty book? Maybe. Oh, more trash. Let's see. Oh, wow, I'm horrible. That was way too short. Oh, let me get a little closer. Gotcha. Nope. Alright, last try. If I don't make it, we're moving on. I missed. No, no, no. No, don't do this to me. Oh, please. Oh, I saw it. Yeah. Well, we're not making that mistake ever again. Scribbles. There's not a real word on this page. Too smudged to be legible. Event. I'll come back to you. I'm not done exploring yet. Oop. What? Pretty shoddy barricade. Someone must have been desperate. I can't get back here? Oh. Can't even get back there. Stay right there. I'll be back. More to explore. Still cold? Nope. Not cold anymore. Any better? There was definitely a plant up there. It's gone now. Oh, that's a fan. Fan on a table. Nice. Hello. Look at me, demonic entity. I'm cleaning up your library. Don't murder me. Wow. There we go. That was embarrassing. Okay, can I read you? Can. A kind slumber. I've been driving for miles and miles and miles. It's night. I'm tired. So tired. Been on the road for what feels like days. Don't like this constant moving. Never have. But it wasn't this bad when I was younger. Could sleep in the car while my parents drove. Now I don't have anybody to drive me. Two of them got too caught up in some of the darker parts of our world. A black library by our old house. They went in, never came out. They're why I can't sleep. Their book. What I learned without trying as I opened the dusty thing sitting, disused, as I cleaned out what remained of the attic. Didn't even mean to, and yet, here we are. There's been no other cars for hours, this dark stretch of road. My truck, all I've known. As I drive along, a halo of red and blue neon forms in my windshield, a bastion in the dark, a tiny diner. I'm not hungry. I'm not thirsty. Just tired. But all the same, I take the exit as it comes up. pulling into the parking lot between a beat-up jalopy and a truck that looks a lot like mine. I hardly feel the cold outside. I hardly feel anything. It's like being trapped in somebody else's body, and things don't feel like they fit right on my muscles anymore. The diner's just as cold as the outdoors, and hardly more inviting. The distressed red plethora of a bunch of booths that should have been trashed years ago. Dirty tables, floors buffed into a mockery of cleanliness. Empty, but for a man in a heavy coat in one corner and a waitress in the other. The man is standing. The waitress is also standing. They look like prize fighters about to square off. Or they would if they were looking at each other. Instead, I can't see the man's face for his collar and hat, and the woman is looking at me. "Seat, sir," I nod. "Rough weather out," she says, trying to smile as I take my seat. I can tell I look terrible. "Do you know a place where I can get some shut-eye?" I ask almost without realizing it. I can't sleep, but maybe I can still try. "Not a motel for miles. You can sleep at your table if you want, though. You don't even have to order anything." "Thank you." I set my head down on the table and my eyes don't shut. That black knowledge slithered its way from those stained pages into my brain, and now it grips my eyelids, forcing them wide. The diner is sideways. I feel like this for a few minutes. Then there's someone else standing sideways in front of me. That man in that coat. His face is a dark red mass. Sleep deprivation. "Tired, buddy?" I nod. Table is cold against my numb face. "I think we can help each other." He reaches towards my face, laying a hand upon my cheek. There's a flicker of feeling, of warmth, that cuts through the fog that's swallowed up my head for days. As he withdraws his hand, I see a strip of rugged flesh in it, which he brings to his face. When he lifts his hand again, the flesh is gone. "Thanks, buddy. May I take the rest?" I nod. The table is cold against my face, and as I finish nodding, he turns my head roughly and grabs at it, pulling away another strip of red. There's feeling. The tiredness becomes more pronounced. He doesn't ask anymore, just takes. Each time his hand comes down, a little part of me leaves. But at that point, I don't much care. Take it all. I'd like to rest. The table is turned red, like the seats around us. Time passes, feelings gone, sleep. The man in the coat takes down his collar, and I see my face looking down at me. Tired, he reaches down into my pocket, fishes out my keys. "Rest easy, buddy," he says, and something else that I don't hear. He's gone. It all is. Okay. Rough, buddy. Good luck with that, although I don't think there's much of you left at this point. Can I squeeze through here? No. Did I read this note? I don't think I did. No, I did read this. And around here. That was outside my window, that wasn't in the game. The same chair from earlier, isn't it? I don't remember. Probably. Oh, filing cabinets. No, I don't want to look at those. Okay. Is that... Something about this doesn't feel right. I can see the floor through it. Strange. I will keep that in mind. No, hey, and you're back, but the Ouroboros isn't. Something about a lot of this feels wrong. Anything in the filing cabinets? Hello. Someone decided to file away a dead plant. Oh, nice painting. Nothing I can discern. I'm looking for 2 4-digit codes, and I wasn't keeping that in mind when I was reading anything, so I Totally missed it. Alrighty, well. Let's pick up this cube. That's weird. Surprised I didn't notice that the first time. Picked up forbidden knowledge. What does that mean? Furnace to work? There's something on it this time. Looks like a window, maybe? Look. Can't read that. I can't seem to zoom. Does it say? No, I can't make it out. Illegible. Well, I have this forbidden knowledge, so what's different now? Alright, Mr. V, did you leave me a clue when I missed it? Nope. Let's see. Oh. First word. Second word. Third word, fourth word. I can't really make out the rest. Nonsense to me. Maybe my forbidden knowledge that I pick up is revealing that slowly but surely. Okay. I need a 4-digit code, right? For either you or for the window. Well, hold on, guys. This might take a minute. Okay. I've got 4102. That's the best lead that I have. So let's go try 4102. 4201? 4201, right? I already forgot the number. Oh. I apparently forgot what it's for. 4201? 4102? Ah, thank you, Mr. V.
We've given you chances. Ample warning. You proceed, we threaten. Continue on your current path, and they will find nothing left of your head. We swear it. For the last and final time, go back from whence you came.
Can I, though? Like, genuinely, can I go back? Sorry, Mr. Guy on the phone, but I don't have many options. I tried. So we're proceeding forward. Can I actually just lockpick this? Time to put my amateur lockpicking skills to the test. Apparently I can. Got it. What? Again? I thought I just went outside. Yeah, me too. I was kind of looking forward to exploring the outside. Yeah, I brought a flashlight. Whoa. That's a lot of wasted space. How the hell is this locked up if I just came from here? Don't ask me, I don't know. Oh, hi there. Something about this room is even worse than the last ones. Before there might have been an odd feeling in the air, a certain untraceable scent, but it at least felt like somewhere people had been. Here, something's definitely wrong. I can hear something deeper in this room, barely perceptible, crying out in pain. Here goes nothing. V. I hope V's alive. why that gave me goosebumps. Hello. Feeling you're being watched. There's no way I'm in the same library I was in earlier, right? This room's massive. Man, I'm getting really into this. I don't think you guys will be able to hear that in the recording, but there was a very demonic voice. I thought that was like spider legs for a half a second. It's just a plant. Relax. Also, the pins are magical. D? Whee! Hello. The Minister's Doom, Act 4, Scene 3. Open atop the roof of the Minister's estate, the Minister lies against a statue of a lion, spattered with his blood. A saber hilt protrudes from a gaping wound in his chest. The librarian stands over him, triumphant. Librarian. And so you finally cease your pathetic breathing. Minister splits up blood. Are you here to taunt me? Or to end this charade? Go on. Go on. You've ruined my life, destroyed all I loved, sever what remains, damn you. Come now, Minister. Is there any need for this melodrama? Kill me. You kill me. Are you pleading for mercy, I wonder? Or trying to savage the last of your pride? It doesn't matter. Your reasoning is flawed. What are you? He doubles over, his words lost in a bloody coughing fit. Consider it. Your ties to this world are severed, all earthly connections gone. Had I wanted to kill you, I could simply have stepped into your estate and placed that saber between your shoulder blades. Yet even now you still breathe, your wounds non-lethal, or I should say, non-lethal enough for our sake. Our? What the devil are you talking about? Forgive me, Minister, but I'm afraid I've misled you, you see. This was never about vengeance. When I met you on your return from City Hall those 3 weeks ago, it was only a few hours after my first visit to the city. What? Then that tale about the library that I put out of business. A very flimsy lie, I'm afraid. Really, I'm quite amazed you didn't see through it. Oh, and since the truth is coming out in the open, it should be said that the odds were insurmountable from the start. You were never just fighting an individual. I knew it. That maid will hang. That maid is dead already. A half-hearted turncoat is of no use to me. Actually, that is exactly the truth that should come out, Minister. For you see, there is no such thing as me. Never was. There is only us. The Minister is silent, his mouth hanging open in shocked awe. A madman. Wrong, my friend. Neither mad nor man. Nor are we here, as you so delightfully put it, to sever you. Quite the contrary, in fact. We want you to join us. The librarian steps closer. We are always in need of fresh, strong minds. Your impeccable business sense and your knack for keeping it from ever sullying your spotless, smiling, public face has proven that you have exactly that. My God, get back! Your God is dead, or asleep, or else he is somewhere out of hearing, or else he does not listen at all. No, no, Minister, my friend. You cannot choose between him and us. The only choice is to come to us willingly, or for us to take you. The Minister's hand darts into his coat. Past the saber in a flash, he withdraws a flintlock pistol. I make my own options. The Minister fires straight at the librarian's heart, a perfect shot at zero range. But when the smoke finally clears, the librarian still stands, casually. He reaches up to brush the pistol shot from his overcoat. Regrettably, it seems you forfeited your right to choose. The scene darkens as the Minister gives a strangled, agonized scream. When the light returns, the minister stands alone. It is only him, the saber, and the blood-stained lion. Get comfortable, Minister. We'll be spending a lot of time together. The end. Interesting. Hand. It's many hands. You're back. Wait, where'd it go? I missed it. It just disappears. Can I? Nope. Huh. Candles. Uh-oh. We seem to have found a labyrinth. Wait. Yes. That's not creepy at all. Oh, a filing cabinet. Oh, another filing cabinet. There's a lot of screaming on the other side of that wall. Hello. Ooh, big book. Yeah, in a second. That doesn't look natural. What was that I could see? Oh. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Oh no. I didn't want to go down. No, I didn't get to read the big book. Oh god damn it. What the hell is going on? Why am I back here? Well,
Like
that's
a beetle in
unfortunate.
an antline's trap, you flail your way deeper. It is gratifying to watch you wriggle your way to your doom. We so rarely have new visitors. Perhaps we won't spatter you across these walls. Perhaps we'll allow you to stay, join the others. It is what you want, is it not?
I don't know, is it? What? Oh, well, whatever it is, I can't walk down to it. Made it to this room, and I'm not going any farther. Caught a glimpse of him. Bastard that's been talking in my ear. He's wearing a dark cloak, so I couldn't see much more than his figure. Shape of his head wasn't human. Makes sense. Can't stop capitalizing his name. Psychomatic. Or did he do something to me? No, I won't be able to stay here forever. No, he's waiting for me. Just a little beyond the door on the other side of this room. Looks like I've got a date with this crevice. Anything preferable to what I think he's got in mind for me. If you're reading this, you should probably join me down here. Whatever's ahead won't be pretty. You in there, V? Possible. Never been modern art. This image makes me feel like I miss someone. Optimistic painting for a place like this. We don't even have lamps anymore now, we just have candles. It's like we're going back in time. Hello? Never trust a skeleton. Skeleton. You wouldn't even be here had you not been so damn curious. Only caught a letter from a friend, and then you woke up here. Yeah? Nothing you did? I know better. You searched for the library at home, actively tried to be ensconced. I think that's the right way to say that word. By the pull of black knowledge in forgotten places on the internet. In the dusty cabinets of the world, you were looking for something. We both know why. It was all because of that letter. But it isn't just guilt that moves you, is it? It's that hungry feeling, that desperate wish to know all there is before the grave wraps its gnarled hands around your legs and pulls. Though mine has been lost to the ages, I can sense your heart beating, in fact. Everything. Wait, I can sense your heart beating. In fact, everything in and around the library can. Poor, stupid, blank. If you recognized what forces you've caught the attention of, I think you'd go the way the one before you did. Okay. I think I'm getting an idea of what forces I've been messing with, apparently. Even though it's not like it's my fault. I tried to leave. Mr. Fleshy Camera Eye. You didn't have an exit. Still locked. Impossible. I'm sure there was a door here. Certainly was. My best friend's back. You got your own issues too, huh? Boop. What? You don't say. Yeah, I don't like it either. Locked tablet. He was old as sin, perhaps older, and he lived alone for a long time. Over his many years he had accumulated much wealth, knowledge, fond memories, but nothing to stop the onset of time. As he walked the dark halls of his mansion, as he paced in the dark, as he worried away his time in his study, time continued along, tearing at his flesh, bending his brittle bones. The hands of the clock peeled his organs away from his body, one by one, until his waning strength finally failed him. He was found slumped in his chair, surrounded by books bearing unidentifiable sigils. In the end, even they had not saved him. I was super not ready for all the reading. Fire tablet. Those burnt out candles? In her middle age, she had little to do, and so gained a fascination with the old radio in her attic. It was a relic from her childhood, and it had never worked properly. As she waned in the seclusion of her home, a desire to see it working again overtook her. Her curiosity matched her seclusive nature in equal parts. She plumbed knowledge in the dark recesses of her attic, building capacitors and vacuum tubes, twisting metal and wires. In the end, the radio sang. It was more than a radio should have been. Flames spouted from speakers, from wires, from the shattered glass tubes. The fire ate up everything it touched. She was reduced to a blackened skeleton. Oh, my vocabulary needs to be more advanced to play this game, let me tell you. He was only a child, left alone for too long, as children are wont to do. He went off in the high, grassy hills above the apartment complex he called home. The tall grass came almost to his chin, tickling his nose when he stepped forward. The freedom normally kept from him was finally his, and it was magical in its way. So deeply enthralled with the hills, the grass, the view of town was he that he did not think to listen for the rustling of grass. When the snake's fangs sank into his young flesh, they met no resistance. His body was found days later, huddled in a ball. Easy. Interesting. Okay. Also, hello? Oh, thanks. locked me in here, huh? When adulthood found her, she found herself desiring solitude more and more frequently. Since her youth, her home had sat. Wait, yeah. Since her youth, her home had sat at the edge of a vast forest, which her family had warned her against exploring. But on the night of her chanting, which her family had warned her against exploring, but on the night of her 13th, she went. 30th? 30th? Alone to finally explore it. The woods were equal parts dark and foreboding, with thin, sickly antlers creating almost offensive wood. As she weaved between them, she arrived at her derelict cabin abandoned for years. Naturally, she entered, her curiosity driving her. They said that the marks found on what remained of her body afterwards bore wounds, as if made by a bear, though few had seen a corpse so thoroughly savaged by an animal. I appreciate the ambience, but does it have to be so creepy? Oh my goodness. Private. There's trash. Do I have a trash can? Oh, I do. Better not miss. I immediately miss. Just drop it in gently. There we go. I was uninformed that this would be a basketball game. Oh no. Oh, that's unfortunate. He was 16 when he went driving, alone for the first time. His family had kept him from the world, he said, and it was more than high time that he went and learned about what was out there. It was less than an hour before he was lost. He hadn't received his license yet, after all, and there were many winding side streets surrounding the small town he called home. It was on a lightless intersection where he met his fate. A pickup hit a sedan without stopping. As his vehicle spun out and rolled into a ditch, the pickup vanished into the night. His head was pulverized by the steering column, turning it to little more than paste. Okay, so I'm gonna assume this puzzle has to do with their age. So the youngest one, was fire? No, snake. Youngest was snake. Wait, what? Oh. And then it was car. Wait, what am I doing here? Ah, I see. Car. I think it was fire, bear, clock? Maybe? Got something wrong. Okay. It's over. Child is snake. Yep. And then 16 is car, and I did that one right? Yep. Snake, car. I need to do the last three. Middle-aged. Was fire. Middle-aged, and then adulthood. So fire, bear, clock. Fire, bear, clock? Nope. Okay. Bear, fire? Ah, there we go. The adulthood comes before middle-aged. The safe contains a lump of blackened flesh. Yum! I was kinda hungry. Hard to even be surprised anymore. Oh, hold on.
You piqued our curiosity. We read your book, discovered that, for a mortal, you're rather unique. In the same way that a human might consider a primate almost remind us of ourselves. Though, of course, we'd never stoop to your level.
Like how it flashes between unknown and forbidden. Dark comes crushing down, it swallows you whole. Swallows you whole. Oh god, the lights go dim, one by one. Interesting. I wonder if I could have fallen in the hole. Gone after V. Christ, maybe it'd be safer not to move on at all. Can I crouch? I don't need to crouch. Up. Did you? Get out. In the east.
Get out! Can't you find your way out?
I don't know. I tried. So is this a carpet or something? It's moving. A very strange texture. I can't read that. That's giving me a headache just looking at it.
You should find your way out soon.
Okay.
You won't want to be there when the light fades in full.
It's getting darker. I am being chased. Being chased by darkness. What though?
Soon you shall see what she saw.
Ah! Uh-oh. I got swallowed by the darkness. Hello. Crabby. This is really inviting. This is super inviting. Guess we're going down. I wonder if I could have made it through that barrier of candles. Probably. Oh. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Do you honestly think that's gonna happen? I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think I'm getting out of here. All very familiar though. First. So let me guess. Infinite cycle? The game is called Ouroboros after all. I can't even interact with the printer anymore. Can't even pick up the trash. Oh. Still can't go in there. Well, let's find out. Yeah, that wasn't surprising. Are you even slightly surprised? Oh, oh my goodness.
You're finally here. Certainly kept the suspense going. Stay right there. We shall be with you shortly, and once we're there, we'll turn your form into something more palatable. More arms, we think. More legs. The eyes out. Stay right there.
You have to echo so much, buddy. Surely not, right? Oh boy. Wait, what? Huh? That was trippy. No way I can land on the staircase, can I? Certainly like to try to. Maybe I can reach this one. Maybe. Nope. I have very little control when I'm in the air. Oh. Hello. The way these things wiggle, it's almost as if something is alive within. Oh boy, more reading? 2 is the second. Yeah, yep. Hi. Who would have thought? Let me guess. 1 is the first. Next, you're going to tell me that 4 is the fourth. Whoa. It's almost like I've done the puzzle before. Alright, I don't think I need to read any of the notes. Wait a minute. Joy of the Recluse. Of his 5 fingers, he lost 2. Only 3 remained. Without the first, he would have been an animal. Without the second, he could no longer condemn. And without his final remaining finger, his hand would look a little strange. His 5 fingers he lost 2, only 3 remained. Without the first, he would have been an animal. Without the second, he could no longer condemn. Without the final remaining finger, his hand would look a little strange. Interesting. I am not too sure. I was manipulating my fingers in a way to see if I could figure that out. Yeah, you little blank. This is what things look like here. Oh, this is what things look like here. Anyway, I spent a lot of time in this hellhole, and I'd be willing to bet if you dug up the floorboards everywhere, this is what you'd find. Eyes, pulsating flesh, red guts, blood. That's what I think. I think this is all there is. A place like this, without cease, couldn't exist on its own. An empty nothingness. No. If it's going to make up all this space, if it's going to contain so much knowledge, it is so far-fetched that something might have changed in its makeup, that it might have come alive. Forget it. I can see you already have your own beliefs. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong. It doesn't matter. This room is a trap. Must be. Those tables with the notes weren't here until earlier. I can't say when, but I think they came for you. Serves you right, I know you're kind. But if it'll help you get the hell out of my room, well, it's a test too. Christ. I can still see your slack-jawed expression. Fine, I will give you not 1, but 2 whole hints. Even a fool like you should be able to use them. The librarian would like to give you a hand. The flesh in the safe does not operate like its predecessor. Flesh in that safe. Okay. Yep. Interesting. I can't crouch. Interesting. Thought I tried that earlier and it didn't let me. Maybe I just pressed the wrong key. It's control. Okay. I mean, surely it's not just 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Nope. Ah. Thought the first would look like an animal? Yeah, kinda. Yeah, alright, that makes sense. Not really, I got lucky. I know more than the others, but I won't tell you. He spent too much time alone thinking, and that accelerated his downfall. A terrible thing befell that woman he claimed to have loved. It consumed him, consumed his every waking moment. whether or not he had been loved back. The depression lost him his job and his home, turning a sad wreck of a human being into a sadder, hollower thing. His focus, his obsession never strayed. She was gone from his life, and as far as he was concerned, that was all that mattered. Even when a family member took him in and sheltered him, he all but ignored them. So enwrapped with himself was he. Is this me? It's my obsession. Not too sure. I just... Yep. Certainly can. Now that I know I can crouch... Oh, I'm back in the library. Things are slightly different. The door's gone. Why do your eyeballs look like that? Oh, one of the eyeball things is gone. So maybe I have to solve 4 more puzzles? Question mark? Probably not. Is that Mr. Skellington? Well, last time I just fell out and it took me somewhere new, so... You are different, though. Why are you different? You're not a good kind of different, but you are different. Worked last time. Okay. So I'm just going to continue going forward and not go back. Oh. Well, this is interesting. Well, isn't this place a wreck? If I lived someplace as disorganized as here, I think I'd just be a matter of time before I was swallowed up by all the trash. I like the staircases, though. They're a nice touch. You're probably wondering what needs to be done here. I think, deep down, you already know. Since you're so inclined to play dumb, though, I'll give you a hint. It'd be a lot easier to get around here if you could organize everything, somehow. Okay. Thanks for the hint. Does it? Can I? The cube. Can I interact with anything? Like I missed anything. Oh. Oh, never mind. Like a shelving rack? Flooring? Maybe another storage rack, but that one's laying down, and then this one, it's too small, but it looks like a chair. Maybe. Very, very small chair. Or some light, maybe? Very hard to see. Also, can I really not go up this? Nope. I certainly can't. Still can't jump. Okay, hold on. Organize everything. There's nothing I can interact with, though. How can I organize if I can't interact? Totally stumped. Let's try going back. Oh, that took me back. Maybe there's something here I need to collect? Do you know the secret? Yeah, you probably know the secret. Didn't look like a phone. It looked like maybe one of these cabinets. Or a chair. One of them looked vaguely like a chair. Alright, well, hold please while I figure this puzzle out too now. Hopefully this one doesn't take very long. I am now somewhere different. I am on the ceiling. That probably takes me back. Hello. If this place were a mind, it would not be pure. The answer to the path ahead is embedded in a column of red flesh. Do I have a way to get into the red flesh? The van? The van's embedded in the flesh. Is that my answer? Hello. Can I? No. Oh. Key was embedded in the flesh. Everything in my brain is telling me this is a trap. The room flipped. Cubes. You're back! Friend. You're the only thing consistent in my life, printer. Well, you weren't consistent last time. Oh, that looks familiar. Still staring at me? Yep. Nothing legible. It works. Ah, 4-digit code. You gonna tell me what I need to count? If this place were a mind, it would not be pure. It seems pure, but there are cracks, memories of others' misdeeds, of evil committed. There are reoccurring themes in each memory, and one that is alone. The numbers will open your path back. Reoccurring themes in each memory, and one that is alone. The numbers will open your path back. Okay. Recurring themes, one alone, the numbers will open your path back. So is this... 8, because there's 8 cubes. 4, because there's 4 cameras. 3, because there's 3 tentacles. And this 1 or 0? Let's try 8, 8, 4, 3, 1. Yep, sure enough. Oh, well that's not very nice. You little blank. Like you hadn't done enough already. Now I'm trapped here, damned to repeat this blank, like a goddamn tape recorder. If you had 1 ounce of remorse, you'd dash your brains out on the nearest wall. He was never much good at forming connections with people, and this time wasn't any different. That woman who'd walked into his life spent a night and a half with him and recognized him for what he was, an empty, half-formed piece of sentient scum. Naturally, he took eons more from their brief fist than she ever intended. Spent days upon days picking their every second together apart. Every second together apart. Thinking about what he could have done differently. Not once did he even consider what he should have known in the first place, that there just wasn't anything to him. He wasn't person enough for himself, let alone another. Interesting, why did you forcefully shove that in my face? Wait a minute. I'm back here? Really? Yeah, I read that. I went through that door. Can I go back? What's that? Chess piece. Okay. Well, this is different. What a trippy game. I'm really enjoying it though. I can't believe this game was free. There's a lot going on here. This is an hour and a half. Wow. It's most certainly been quite a while. I thought this was going to be like, 20 minutes. Either clearly I was mistaken or I am playing incredibly slow. Which I guess technically could be either, but I don't feel like I'm playing very slow. So, 2 of them are gone now. Do we just have to do this 2 more times, I assume? It's trees, no longer staircase. What you got for me this time? I'm gonna turn off every single light that I can anyway. Oh, wait, I looped. I've been here before. I've been here before. Okay, what happens if I fall down this one? It takes me here. Alright, let's try and fall down a different way. Question, smiley face? I think I fell in that one first, and then I fell in that one. What happens if I fall down this way? Back here. But I do have one of these pieces. I'm still missing 2, though. Okay. Try and fall down in the other corner if I can get to it. over here. Where do you take me again? Somewhere new. Alright. What's your secret? Don't listen to them if you can help it. You and me were birds of a feather, I can tell. Better to pull the covers over your head and cover your ears in case you hear something you don't want to. Sit down and let the inevitable wash over you. I take this fate to turning into one of those husks. Burr gives me shivers. But if you're really hell-bent on rappelling into the lion's gullet, and don't say I didn't warn you, I guess you need all the help you can get. Here's what I have to say. Listen carefully. Alright, thanks. I can do that.
You just find nothing. Everything is.
Thanks. That was a Rolodex.
Can harm. Stop thinking.
Okay. I'm not going to write that down, so I'm going to listen to it one more time. You just find nothing. Everything is...
Can harm.
Can harm.
Stop thinking.
You just... Stop thinking. Everything is...
Can.
No, I don't get it. I think I need to write it down. One moment. Okay. Well, that was weird. And that just happened. I was writing down what it was saying, so I didn't have the game open. I picked up one of the phones and it teleported me here, and now I am reading a book. It doesn't look like I moved, though. Play dumb all you like, the librarian already knows your body inside and out. He spent all of his time searching and eventually found his goal. There are places, even in the digital world, where things not meant for mortal eyes lurk. He caught only the slightest glimpse of one such place, and it was enough. The eyes of the librarian were upon him. From that point forward, what happened was destined to happen, and worst of all, he would never find the knowledge he sought. Maybe it's better that way. And the phones are gone. So, you just find nothing, everything is. Can hard stop thinking. I know, that's all bumbled to me. I can't make sense of that. Everything is fine, nothing. You just stop thinking. Can't hard, yeah, no, nothing. None of that makes any sense, no matter what way in my mind that I try to word it. Where in the heck am I now? What the heck? This game just keeps on giving. I'm just missing one piece, right? I think. Well, at least then I can solve that one puzzle. Apparently I did something right in that room and didn't even realize it. Alright. Can't just... No, I can't. I have to follow the paths. I think it's the same rough layout of the other one, so I should be able to walk down this, right? Yep. Okay. This is in fact where I wanted to go. Yep. And now I just need the last one. A bookshelf, maybe? Definitely some kind of storage rack. Alright. Yeah, sure, let's try this hole. I'll be honest, I don't remember where they all sent me, but... Oh, no, if I don't try... No, I solved this one. I certainly do not need to be back here. Let's try the one in the corner. I don't think this is it either, but only one way to be sure. Yeah, no, go back. Okay. Let's go for this hole. See if this takes me somewhere new. No. But I know what I'm looking for. Filing cabinet. I didn't think it was a filing cabinet, but I guess it's a filing cabinet. Alright, and this one takes me to the room where I need to use it, so... Oh, maybe the filing cabinet's on its side. Oops. Right into a wall. Alright, what is this gonna do, I wonder? I knew you'd come. Very well, I'll speak. He was always inclined toward solitude. Not that he had any choice in the matter. In fact, if he had, perhaps solitude would not have been his lot, but he was terrible with words. Worse with speaking. Like me. It wasn't so much a matter of laughter at his expense. He was merely a curiosity, an ingrown, strange thing, vaguely uncomfortable, but otherwise without note. There was one exception to his lonely existence. As he aged, he found himself in the position of an archivist, surrounded only by dust, dead things, dead words. Though he had grown used to the solitude, he hated it with a burning, quiet passion. Thus, when a graduate student about his age came to plumb the dry and dead things, he forced himself to strike up a conversation with her. To his delight, she returned his words, and for the first time in ages he felt his heart beat a little faster. Okay. But now what? Solved the puzzle, but what changed? Oh. Somewhere new? Can I go down the hallway where the eyes disappeared now? What's this gonna do? I have no idea. He was aware enough to be jealous, though she rebuked his advances, though she suggested the two of them never see each other again. It was, of course, not enough for him. He would come by daily, nightly. When she locked the door, he would continue to bang on it. When she called the police, he still found ways to watch from afar. Until one night, that is, when he watched an unknown foreign shape enter her abode. Though he could only barely make the silhouette out, he could tell it was a man, and that was enough to send him in a rage. The authorities arrived too late on scene to save anyone. Though the fire was contained, the victims died of smoke inhalation. Somehow, they hadn't been able to open the front door. The screwdriver keeping it jammed was no longer at the scene of the crime, of course. Hi. Wait. When I next opened my eyes, I found myself on an empty road in a desolate place. There was a faint, ethereal quality to everything. It didn't fill me with confidence. the back of my head, I thought a thought burn, like a fallen ember from the end of a cigarette. Was I free, or was I still trapped within the library's vast expanse? And how could I tell, even if I arrived home and everything was as it should have been? How could I know if the librarian's voice wouldn't be just on the other side of every door, of every window, forever? I guess it doesn't matter either way. At the end of everything, I never found out what I'd come to the library to gain. For the rest of my life, I think I'll find myself wondering just what it was that I missed. Perhaps a failure was a blessing, empty as I find myself left. Perhaps there was something even worse waiting for me, if I'd only looked a little deeper. We definitely got the bad ending. But I doubt it. I'm sitting at a desk. There we go. Fail to find what you seek. Acquired ending 1. Yep. Interesting. Thank you guys very much for watching. That was A Place Forbidden. But I think the game name is actually Ouroboros. Maybe they couldn't name it Ouroboros. Copyright infringement, who knows. But yeah, that was neat. That was cool. I really enjoyed it. It was a little slow, but the atmosphere was good. The puzzles were decent. And it was light on the jump scares. My throat hurts. Because that was a lot more reading than I was ready for. But yeah. Very cool. I wonder what I missed. Well, if you guys want to find out, you can play the game for yourselves. It is free on Steam, and I will leave the links down below in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.